Oh, good morning. Good morning, Chainbreakers. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am so glad to see you here today on Chainbreakers 365 Live. Good morning. I'm Brad Smith. I am the host of Chainbreakers 365 Live and the creator of hashtag Uplift and Rise. And I want to welcome you here today to what is going to be Massive Action Monday. Intrigued? Don't be. We are going to take a look at where things are and where we want them to be. One thing I want to kind of go back and take a little quick look at is God's plan for you. We talked a little bit last week, and I mentioned that out of Scripture comes that Jesus came to give life. And give us life more abundant. But let's hesitate just a moment on Jesus came to bring us life. Jesus came to bring us life. We need to take another look at that because Adam, and through God, Adam was where life was created. Adam and Eve were where life was created. Jesus didn't come to birth us. That came a good century prior, or 2 centuries prior. Centuries, millennium. I know I've lost. I'm thinking it was millennium. So anyhow, my point is Jesus came to give you purpose in life. So let's talk about what is God's purpose for you, and what has kept us from fulfilling that purpose that God has laid out for us. So what I want to take a look at is, while God has a plan for you, so does the enemy. And the enemy wants to keep you from fulfilling God's plan for you. I want to thank you for joining here today. And if you think this is going to be useful, reach down and do me a favor and just hit that share button. Share that out to your friends and family. Invite them in. Hopefully they can still catch us on here live. And we're going to talk about fulfilling God's plan and not giving in to the plan of the enemy. So while God has a plan, the enemy's plan is to keep you from fulfilling God's plan in you. It's not just to stop us. It is to keep us from ever even realizing what that plan is. Now, how does he do that? Because I guarantee you, by far the majority of us fall into the plan of the enemy. And here's what I'm talking about. His plan is to keep you from fulfilling God's plan. So how does he do that? He does that through complacency. He does that through entertainment. He does that through social media, through television, through movies, through video games. He does that through sporting events. And no, I am not saying that any of that is a plan of the enemy. What I'm saying is the more time that we get caught up in entertainment or being passive and not taking action, we have succumbed to the plan of the enemy. Every time you lay down on the couch, you have succumbed to the plan of the enemy. Every time you stop doing what's moving you forward, you have succumbed to the plan of the enemy. Yesterday at my church, we were talking about the plan of the enemy and how it slowly creeps in, and how it has taken God out of school and God out of all of our public buildings and that type thing. And it's made us complacent, and it slowly allows things to keep happening where we end up succumbing to that plan, and we become where it's not that big of a step anymore. It's, oh, well, I can't do anything about it. Oh, well, you can. Oh, well, you can. So Glenn Lundy last week was talking about guns and what guns have done in our society. And there is two sides to this story. Yes, guns in every home create more opportunity for accidents, for shooting of children because they accidentally got a hold of a gun that wasn't properly taken care of. And yet the same counter side to that same argument is, if you outlawed guns, who do you think is turning them in? It's the law-abiding citizens, and therefore we're no longer protected. There are two sides to that argument, and there is no great answer other than the fact that we as parents need to quit being complacent and being instead involved in our children's lives, so that type thing never happens. Quit being complacent so there's no chance of that gun sitting around idly where a child can get their hands on it. Sitting around knowing before your children slide into drugs and alcohol and sex and all the things that can potentially ruin their lives, and take action before it occurs. Being involved in our children's lives. So why don't we do that anymore? Why has it become such second nature? Why has it become why have we become so complacent about it? Because we quit paying attention. Because we keep letting things slide. Because we keep thinking there is nothing we can do about it, and I'm here to tell you, you can. So what is God's plan for you? God's plan was not only to give you life through Jesus, but to give it to you more abundantly. It is to give you all of those hopes and dreams that he has placed in your heart. And if you don't know what that is, you have become complacent. So start reaching out, start digging in, start finding out what that is. And you find out by start doing, by start taking action, by start fulfilling the things that mean something to you, fulfilling the life that God put in you, by taking care of the temple, your body that God created for you. Are you taking good care of it? Are you what you would consider to be in good shape? Are you proud of the body that you have? Do you want to be more fit? Do you want to be maybe a better mass body index, a better weight to fat ratio? Do you want to lose some weight? Start taking action today. Maybe it's join the gym. Maybe it's get out and walk early in the morning or in the evening. Maybe it's starting your diet. Whatever it is, start taking action. Maybe you've always had a dream. Maybe it's a business you've wanted to do. Maybe it's maybe you just want to start creating that second income, creating something more and something deeper in your life. What is it that's burning inside of you? If you had that money, what would you do with it? Because money by itself is not a dream. Money by itself is not a goal. It's what it takes you to that becomes your dream and your goal. Again, start taking action. I want to thank a few people that I can see on here this morning that have joined us in. Jeff Baker, Connie Davis, Barry and Paul Lyons, thank you for joining. I want to thank you for being here. Jeff, good morning. I see you said hello. Reach down, hit that share button, send this out to your friends. Share this out. Roger Bowen, good morning. Welcome. Thank you for being here, folks. I appreciate you being here because this is Massive Action Monday. Now, what did I mean by that? Well, we started talking about taking action, but it's not just, okay, I'm going to start going for a walk in the evening. You have to start dreaming, and not only take those dreams, but put them down in writing. Jeff Baker, you and I were communicating earlier, and you wish you had somebody following you around all day writing down your ideas because they come to you so fast, right? Use that phone that's in your hand. Record your notes to yourself, right? There's a notes section in your phone. Mark them down really quick. It only takes a moment. Start writing them down. And then take a moment when you have that quiet time, instead of laying down on the couch, instead of turning on the TV, instead of just scrolling through Facebook again and again and again, take those notes and write out your goals. Connie Davis, you're right. Actions speak louder than words. Make your walk match your talk. So decide what is the dream. Decide what's burning in your heart. Decide what fuels you every single day. What fuels you to move forward? What do you enjoy out of your life more than anything else in the world? For me, it's being able to pour into other people's lives. For me, it's helping people besides myself, but helping others achieve the life that they've always dreamed of. That I want to help folks make everything they thought possible to help change people's lives. So when the end of my life comes, I know when I look back that I have touched people's lives and they said their lives are better because they knew me. That's what I want. That's what I want for me. That's what I want my legacy to be. What do you want your legacy to be? Is it, Dad sure was a nice guy, but man, he watched TV a heck of a lot. Turn the TV off. Turn it off. My wife and I have probably reduced our TV watching by 3/4 in the last few months. I encourage you to do the same thing. Now, I was of a generation that was already past video games. Pong was about the stretch of video games when I was young. But so I never really got into that. But turn it off. What do you gain by being in video games? What does video games do for you? How does that move you forward towards your goal? Instead, reach out and pour into somebody else's life. Reach out and take time to spend time with your children while they're still in your home. Take time to let people know what they mean to you. Take time to volunteer in your church. Take time to volunteer in your community. Take time to participate with youth sports, with Boy Scouts, with Girl Scouts. Take time to get involved in local government. Take time to go out and plant a tree. Decide what's meaningful and useful to you. Go volunteer at the animal shelter. What passion burns inside of you? What really means something to you? Look in your own feed of what you've posted. What things in there in your feed, on your page, on your personal page, have you shared out because it meant something to you? Because in those shares is where your purpose is. I guarantee you, you will find your purpose. So reach out and share. Reach out and share this post and like and love this post, and reach out and share it with your friends. Invite your friends to come in and join #Uplift and Rise. Invite your friends to like Chainbreakers 365 and make it worth something to you by pouring in to others people's lives. I want to thank you for joining us here this morning. If this has been meaningful for you, I thank you, because I can't tell you what a blessing it is for me to know that I poured into you. If you'd like more videos like this, you can find us on YouTube at Chainbreakers 365, or you can find Chainbreakers 365 gear and these videos at chainbreakers365.com. I thank you for being here today, and we'll see you this time again tomorrow, 7:30 a.m. Eastern on Chainbreakers 365. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great day.